Hi, this is Shelley Kraft, and we're coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the San Francisco Hard Assets Conference. I have Ross Orr of Bactech Environmental, BAC, on the CNSX, and we're going to do an update. Ross, welcome back to SNNLive.
Thank you, Shelley.
Okay, so let's get back to Bactech.
Let's get back to Bactech. Yeah, we're proceeding with our bioleaching project in Manitoba. We basically will be building later this summer. We're just starting into the engineering phase right now, and we're going to have our little bacteria, chewing up sulfides and locking up arsenic. And it's a project we're doing for a government. So the deal is we clean it up and we keep the gold.
Son of a gun! I love that model. I've always loved that model. So, how does it look? I mean, when we ask for an update, it's been a couple of months. Something's happened. What's the progress?
The progress would be, I would say that we're basically at the final stages with the definitive agreement with the government that outlines, how the whole process is going to work. We're going to actually pay the government a 2% NSR, which is fair. I mean, they've been babysitting the project for 10 years, but there is arsenic and acid dripping out into the local lake. So the idea, though, that we can keep the gold for ourselves, and there's probably at today's prices about $160 million worth of gold in the pile against a capital cost of about $22 million for the plant. It's a nice project. It spins off a lot of cash for about 7 years, but more importantly, we'll end up with a plant in an area of the Greenstone Belt of Manitoba where they've been mining for 100 years. So there's tailings all over the place. So the story doesn't die in 7 years. It probably goes on for another 20.
And once you have the success that you expect, there's a lot of people going to come knocking at your door.
Yeah, governments especially, because they don't have any money. So the idea of doing something for nothing is very appealing to them. Not so much the case in the private sector, because their liability 10 years ago is now an asset, and the old greed factor is alive and well. But sooner or later they look around for alternatives for treating arsenic, and there aren't really a lot out there, so they come back. Our next project, or the next area we're looking at, is actually just due east of here in the old Motherlode district of California, where 160 years ago all they mined was arsenopyrite, and so that mess is still there. And the current miners in the area, small miners, are producing arsenopyrite as a byproduct, and someone's going to have to process it for them.
And not only that, but the environmental issues in California are the most paramount in the entire United States.
Absolutely. That we've noticed that here at this conference, that people that come around are coming around because it's an environmental story, not a mining story.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
So now let's give you a website out.
Bactechgreen.com.
Bactechgreen.com. That's
BACTECH.
Right. Green.com. Ladies and gentlemen, stay in touch. Watch this one. This is one of those kinds of companies that you don't expect what they're doing to be as big as it really is. So watch it. Now, it's bactechgreen.com. Russ Orr, thank you for coming on to SNNLive. Good to have you.
You bet.